What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all well. We have a new background, ladies and gentlemen. I actually prefer this. I mean, yeah, loving a bit. Change is good. Today I'm going to be talking about applying for musical theatre courses. I trained in musical theatre and I need to pass on my knowledge to you guys if you want to be a star. What? So first up, we have an obvious one. Where do you want to go? Do your research. There are so many colleges up and down the country. I mean, the majority are in London because London just has West End, hasn't it? So it makes sense that they're more in London. So just do your research and look at where you want to go and what course you want to do as well. A lot have diplomas, degrees, obviously depending on age as well. If you are only 16, you will have to do a diploma, whilst if you are 18, you can do a degree. Just do your research. That's all I have to say about that one. It also does help to know what you want to focus on. A lot of colleges / universities have sort of a focus in the MT divisions. So some do focus more on dance, some focus more on acting, and some focus more on music and singing. So that depends which area you see yourself in. That sounds so weird. And if you are not sure, I'd apply for like a broad range, or colleges that do delve into all of them. I mean, all colleges do delve into all of them, but if you look at other courses that they do, then you'll know which college focuses on that. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. I'm going to give you examples because I'm not sure that I'm making sense. For example, like Royal Academy of Music focuses on the music part. It's called the Royal Academy of Music, and a lot of their courses are music based. For dance, you have like Lane Theatre Arts, which just focuses on dance, basically. Don't get me wrong, they do focus on other things, but that is their main focus. They spend the majority of their day dancing. And if you want to focus more on the acting, there's Mount U and Arts Educational, or Arts Ed we call it. They have more acting courses. They have acting courses, and they are sort of a more generic MT role as well. I don't really know if I'm making sense. It makes sense in my head, but to speak it on camera, do let me know. Yeah. Make a list of all the colleges that you've written down. Of course, some maybe, you know, if you're unsure of one, just write it down. And then make sure you go onto their website and check out their courses and do a bit more research. The next step is to go on an open day. A lot of colleges and universities have open days where you can go to the college and you can see pieces of art. No, not art. It's a performing arts college. I'm thinking art as in like a dance and movement art, but you get to see performances, that's where I'm going for, and you get to meet the teachers and you get to see the dance / musical theatre college. It's because I went to a dance college that I keep saying dance, but I study musical theatre. And you get to see like in the actual environment where the location is it like accessible? Do you want to live in that area? There's so many other questions that you can ask once you arrive there. There was a college that when I was looking at way back, and I really liked the college, so I decided to go to an open day, but when I actually went there, it was the location that thoroughly put me off. I thought that if I'd have to finish late here, I would not feel safe walking home. It was a lot of like alleys and I just didn't feel comfortable, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't go there. It was nothing to do sort of with the college like breakdown. So it is something to consider, and I would thoroughly recommend it to do, you see. Yeah, and there's a lot of colleges out there worth avoiding too. Ew, I just spat. For auditioning fees, they are extremely expensive. Some universities and colleges actually go through UCAS, so you have to pay a fee there. It's probably gone up by the time I've done it, so I can't really say to you a number. But then you've got to pay for the actual audition fee, which can vary. I think the cheapest I've seen is like 35, but it can be like £35 to like £100. But I think they're averagely like 40, 50. I don't know. The most expensive that I've auditioned is 100, but that was like a one-off. I think. It was with the UCAS fees, I guess, so it was like 80 and then like 20 or something for UCAS fees. Usually, I want to say around 40 to 50 pounds. It's quite pricey, so I'd recommend picking your top 5 at this point. Once you've seen the open days, you've seen the colleges, you think that this is the course you want to go to, pick 5 that you want to audition. I mean, that can be quite pricey, but I wouldn't pick any more than 5. Yes, and then apply and have the auditions. There's so many factors to think about when you do actually want to go to that college. You've got to think about the travel to get there. You probably will need overnight accommodation, or the night before and the night after, depending on if you get cut. I mean, I don't know, all colleges are different, so there's a lot of other factors, and it just all adds up, doesn't it? And I mean, musical theatre college is just, they just want to rob you. They just want to rob you. No, I think they want to know that you genuinely want to be there and you genuinely want to do that course, which is why they charge that amount, because if it was free or quite cheap, you know, they'd get everyone in, and they already have a lot of people auditioning. So it does eliminate the people down, because once I see the like audition fee, I'm like £55, and I think, do I really want to go? Do I really want to audition here? Do I really want to go there for £55? No, I don't. So that's when I didn't audition. So it made my mind up for me. Once you get to the audition, be prepared. I mean, obviously be prepared before the audition. Make sure that you have all your attire that you need. Your ballet leotards, tights, shoes, point shoes just in case. If you're ever unsure, you think you're not sure about an outfit to wear, bring it all with you. I mean, lots of people do take suitcases into the college and they can like store them, but just make sure you have all the stuff with you. Having more clothes is better than not have any, and then you can always judge it on the day, because sometimes you feel like, oh, I really want to wear this top and these trousers for my singing, and then you see everyone else and they look all like very, very smart in like dresses, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna change. I got this, I got this. With songs, talking about songs, bring your repertoire with you, but make sure, for the love of God, make sure you know your songs inside out, back to front, because if there's a song that you know very, very well and you really want to perform that song, just take that one song. But if there's like a couple, 3 songs that you're like, oh, it shows a bit like one's a character and one's, I can't even think of it, one's a contemporary song, you know, one's a traditional, and they choose like the traditional and you don't know that very well, you're gonna look a bit silly, like very silly. So make sure you know your songs that you're gonna bring extremely well, and then it affects the nerves as well, because if you know the songs very well, your nerves will come into play, and it doesn't help that, you know, if you don't know the song very well, you will just lose it. Just lose it. Go crazy. Finally, in auditions, they want to see the best that you can do. What can you bring to the table that they may not already have, that they want, and what they can nurture. I started dance incredibly late. I started at the age of 17 years old, and I got into 3 professional dance colleges out of the 5. I think they saw in me like raw talent. Well, that's what I think anyway. Because I always knew I wanted to be a performer and an entertainer. Like, I just gave it my all, and you know what? I came out doing my best in every single audition. And I always say that even to this day, auditioning professionally, I always go out, give it my all, do my best, and if it's not good enough, that's okay. I came and I went and I learned, and every audition you do, you learn from. And that's being like a graduate auditioning professionally now. So show them everything you've got. If you can do tricks, if you've got gymnastics, do it. That's one of the things I sort of regretted back then. Looking back now, I could walk over and I could flick, and now, you know, I could have shown that in my showcase at the graduate end of year, and I didn't, and now I've got back into it and I've got that. It's just a bit late. I left it really, really late. I'm actually thoroughly loving this background. I've got Mickey and Minnie and Dumbo here, and Thumper on the left there with my Winnie the Pooh bedding and my Mickey Mouse top on. You can tell I used to work at Disney, can't you? I'm going to use this background more often. Right, I digress. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or you're applying for MT colleges, do let me know. And I shall see you guys next time. Bye guys.